So from what I've been seeing online, this self-development space tends to be a bit selfish. What I mean by that is guys are generally getting onto self-development either to get more girls, get bigger muscles, become like wealthier, get more status, more money, whatever the case is. And whilst I do believe it is very important to build yourself up, that still is a crucial aspect. You do need to take it beyond you. So what I mean by that, in my case, one day once I have all the financial wealth, all of that good stuff, I want to start a shelter, have a disability unit for like the elderly, all of that stuff. Speak about it in other videos. But that doesn't have to be the same for you. You can start a football club. You have like these little kids, 6, 7 years old, coming through your academy. Eventually they become professional footballers playing for a football club. Start something nice in your community. Nothing else is coming to mind at the moment because this isn't really something that appeals to me. But what I'm trying to get to is you need to find something that appeals to you in the same way. Something that doesn't just help yourself, but helps the community as a whole. Might even be something small at the moment, or relatively small, where your father, your family are in debt, you have a mortgage to pay off, you're helping your father pay off those bills, and then bills on to something else later. You don't have to have the full map in mind right now. But what I do encourage is that you start thinking about what you can do that like benefits more than just you. Even if that is helping someone else in self-development at the moment, I do think you want to have something that goes beyond that though. Something that like leaves a legacy, which unfortunately now does bring it back to ego in some ways. But you're not necessarily looking for the legacy ego side of it. What I mean by that is it might leave behind a legacy, and that's great. But you're actually not doing it for the legacy. So what I'm thinking about is like something like Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa has like a nice legacy, good woman, did all this great stuff. But I know for a fact she didn't do any of it to like start a legacy per se. She did it for the sake of helping others. So that's the sort of thing I want you to like start pondering on in your own mind. You want to almost encourage the next person. So whether it's your kids one day, your brother, whoever it is, to like also start something similar themselves. Because then you're just creating this like nice ripple effects. And then more and more people are doing stuff to help the community, help create a better world. And through that, the situations can improve in the world. Because you probably agree, the world's also not in a good space at the moment. There's wars happening, everyone's bombing everyone, and it's all over what I believe is stupid things. And for me, the fact that all these wars are happening over stupid events shows that there's just a lot of frustration because of unhappiness, just the world in general being in a bad space. But through you starting this vision board, starting plan ahead, and start all these views, you are preventing, or not preventing, but creating a ripple effect that's going to spread that positivity. Now, of course, most people, or a lot of people, aren't going to follow suit. A lot of people are going to be like, okay, that guy's weird, he's doing all of this stuff. But who cares? You're all on self-development and you already are doing weird stuff anyway. I mean, let's be real, a lot of the stuff we do is not really weird, but seen as weird in like the current society. Like saying no to going to clubs is, at least where I'm from, seen as a bit weird. So these sort of things to think about for your long-term planning. But taking it one step further now, start living your life in a more virtuous way. That's often overlooked in self-development. What I mean by that is I've been diving more into religion. Curious about it, check out my videos. I have some releasing soon and have some already released. Through becoming a more virtuous man, you're aligning better with God, which is great. But you also encourage that on others around you, spreading more positivity. That's the best word I can find, but it sounds a bit woo-woo. So I don't like the fact that I'm using it, but spread some positivity to those around you, because I do think the world is in dire need of that. I've seen it a lot in my comments lately. Like YouTube has like, if you're not like a YouTuber yourself, just to give you some background quickly. If you go to YouTube Studio, which is like where you see your analytics and how your videos are performing, and you go to the comments tab, you can see comments that are like published to YouTube, but also partly comments that YouTube has like withheld and hid from the viewers, and then you have to like manually go ahead and approve or delete it. And I think I've had a good message, but a lot of people have come and with some hate comments, and obviously the initial response, I'm not going to lie to you, is to say, either A, the guy's stupid, or the guy's hating on me because he doesn't have like the same YouTube channel, he's just hating on me because I'm doing what he can't. But then I took a step back from it and I said, frankly, for anyone to be leaving any sort of negative comment, it is because they are in a bad space themselves, and for that I actually have sympathy. Like, it's a matter of, think about it yourself. If you are making these negative comments, swearing people and saying they deserve to be dead, and or whatever case that you are making, it is coming from a place of you not liking your own life. A happy person would not make the comment. That's what I'm trying to get to. So in that case, I actually have a lot of sympathy. And it is a matter of, I want to be able to help those sort of people, whether I help it directly or, again, through this ripple effects that I'm talking about. Now, through YouTube, unfortunately, those sort of guys are probably not going to come back to my video, or if they do, they're probably just going to hate some more. So they're not going to quite get it from an external person on YouTube. But they might get it from someone they know in their personal life. So some things I do want you to bear in mind, because you might know someone personally who's like in the down space, putting these negative comments on YouTube, or just generally a negative minded person. So they might not have go to the extreme of putting comments on YouTube videos or people's Instagram posts or whatever the case is. But they might be thinking these thoughts, having suicidal thoughts, or just saying this person deserves to be dead. And that kind of does, not kind of, actually genuinely does bug me that some people are living their life like that. To be clear, I actually went through quite a few years of depressive symptoms, not to the extent of saying people deserve to be dead, but rather that I deserve to be dead. And it's not a great way to live life. So I do think through self-development you can be like a springboard to help boost these people. Generally speaking, on self-development, your mental health is better, your perception of the world is more optimistic. So spread that on to them. But with that said, bro, I'll see you in the next one. It's becoming a bit mad.